Are you worried that you can't afford a personal injury attorney because you don't know how much they cost you? Well, if you want to learn more about that, stick around, watch this video, and by the end, you're going to be satisfied that you should go hire that attorney. I'm going to put a link on this video to link to my other video about not going at it alone and not using AI and ChatGPT when you can have an attorney and it's not going to cost you anything. So let's talk about it. What does a personal injury attorney cost you? Up front, the attorney costs you nothing. So many other types of attorneys, whether you need a bankruptcy attorney, a divorce attorney, a criminal defense attorney, they charge you a retainer. They take an upfront amount of money and they work off of that amount of money. That's not what personal injury attorneys do. We charge you a percentage of what you get. It's a great deal because if we don't recover you anything, we don't get paid a fee. I'm going to repeat that. If we aren't successful for you, if we don't secure you a settlement or a judgment in your favor or an arbitration award or the like, we do not make a fee for our services. Let that sink in for a second. You have an attorney that you don't have to pay if they're not successful for you. It's the best deal going. That's called the contingent fee agreement or the contingency fee agreement. The standard contingency fee in Massachusetts is 1/3. So if you get in a car accident and you hire us, we will charge you 1/3 of what we recover for you. I want you to beware of attorneys in a simple tort personal injury case like a car accident or a dog bite or a slip and fall case that go at you and say they want to charge you more than 1/3. That is more than the industry standard, and you can get a really good attorney, namely us at Orlando & Associates and me, for 1/3. Why would you want to pay more than that? You shouldn't. There are some cases that are more complex that an attorney might come at you and say they want 40% or even more. And you should have that conversation with the attorney of your choosing if you feel comfortable and you trust them. But the industry standard for a standard car accident, dog bite, slip and fall, or negligence case is 1/3 of the total recovery, of the gross. Okay, not the net, of the gross. So that's the standard personal injury claim. So there are different types of personal injury cases, and different types of personal injury cases call for different fee agreements. For instance, in workers' compensation cases, there's a statute, General Law Chapter 152, which governs how an attorney gets paid for representing you for a workers' comp case. It's still contingent, but it's governed by that statute. There's also medical malpractice cases. The standard in Massachusetts for a medical malpractice case for a plaintiff's attorney is a sliding scale fee. So the more money you get, the percentage goes down. It's almost like a graduated tax bracket, except it goes in the opposite direction. So for instance, the first X amount of dollars, you get paid this percentage. The next X amount of dollars, you get that percentage. The following X amount of dollars, you get that percentage. And my fee agreement works as follows. For the first $150,000 we recover for you, we get 40%. For the next $150,000 we recover for you, we get 1/3 of that portion. For the next $200,000 we recover for you, we get 30%. And for anything over and above $500,000 that we recover for you, we get 25%. So as the number increases for you, the percentage of our fee decreases overall. It's a great deal for the plaintiff who's going through hell medically. So this is some examples of what the contingency fee agreement is and how much we charge. It's a big risk for a personal injury attorney to take these cases on without getting paid. And you know that your attorney has to be good if they are going to be confident that they're going to make a recovery for you and get paid out of it. Otherwise, we're not feeding our families either. So trust the personal injury attorney. The credibility that we offer is that we don't get paid unless you get paid. You can't get better than that. And sometimes the contingency fee is larger, commensurate with the risk the attorney takes. And that is also something you should discuss subjectively with your attorney based on the case. It's not a general thing. It's usually based on this specific case and the facts of that case. And sometimes an attorney would want to charge a higher percentage because that percentage is commensurate with the significance of the risk they're taking. We lay out a lot of money and a lot of expenses and a lot of time to pursue these cases, and we need to be confident that we're going to make enough of a recovery to justify that. And that's where sometimes your attorney may negotiate the difference in the contingency fee. But the industry standard is 1/3, and that applies to the vast majority of personal injury cases. So in summary, contingency fee agreements are a great tool. It means somebody who's out of work because they're injured and doesn't have any extra expendable money doesn't have to pay an attorney a big retainer to represent them and get zealous advocacy. to get an advocate that's going to be aggressive for you and go after what you deserve. And depending on what type of case you have, there are different types of contingency fee agreements. A car accident, dog bite, slip and fall, those sort of standard personal injury cases, those are 1/3 contingency fee agreements. A medical malpractice case is still contingent, but it's a sliding scale contingency fee agreement. A workers' comp case is statutory, but it's still contingency. In any case, if you're injured, go to that personal injury attorney. You're not paying up front out of pocket for their services. Don't be afraid, don't hesitate, call the attorney. At my office, that first call, that first meeting is a free consultation. What's the worst that you're gonna lose? A few minutes of your time, you'll learn about your rights and you'll learn how much it costs you. Nothing up front. If you want to learn more about the good, the bad, and the ugly of the personal injury industry here in Massachusetts, subscribe to my page, come back and watch more videos.